The episode that you're about to listen to contains spoilers for Loki episode 1, but you knew that already because if you're tuning into a podcast talking about Loki episode 1, chances are your nerd ass already saw it. Enjoy the show.
All right, we're back in the building. Omar the Barbarian Podcast. I got the top man with me. Chris Scott, the Sultan's good. You got feather? Did you mean father?
No, the Sultan's good feather. Like the feather in his fucking turban.
Oh, okay.
It's when he's stepping out.
The Sultan's good feather. And I'm not going to read what Devon says. We don't want to get canceled. But it's excellent. Devon Sanders, astronaut, ditch digger. Chris Scott, profit director and Glade plugin specialist. And your boy, the weapon supplier and tactical manscaper. And I put now it's canon because I put it out there. We've been talking about what my G.I. Joe distinctions would be and designations. And Chris asked me when I told him about tactical manscaper, he was like, well, who are you manscaping? And, that's a mystery. It depends on the moment. I'm providing a service to someone. Might be me, might be others. Just don't know.
So tell them what we're doing today. And what we're going to be doing in the future.
No.
It's not talking about your manscaping.
Excuse me. Is there an app?
Not yet. We're working on it. Go to tacticalmanscaper.com. No.
Do not do that.
Do not do that. So, Loki. We're going to have some reactions. Loki episode 1 dropped earlier this week, and me and the top man got together to discuss it and to get some reactions. So, Devon, Chris, whoever wants to jump in first and give us your thoughts on Loki, the new show on Disney Plus, please, the floor is yours.
You know what? I'll go first. I loved Loki. I loved it. It was honestly the most solid of the Disney Plus TV shows so far. It seems to know what it is, and it is just Tom Hiddleston is a delight as Loki. And visually, I feel like it is the most Kirby thing we've seen. Jack Kirby thing that we've seen so far within the MCU. So just judging from what I've seen and Loki's raison d'etre, that was me doing my whole rich.
Yeah, I like it.
I am all in on where this show is headed. So, Loki. I'm all in.
Chris, what about you?
And I'll say this. I'm all in the way that I wasn't with WandaVision or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Because with WandaVision, you got to admit the first 2 episodes were a lot of setup.
Right.
Same thing with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where it's like, okay. Ultimately, WandaVision paid off in the end. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is one of those things that even if I don't love it, I'll never say anything against it. Sort of like it lies within the juicy schmole category, where it's like, wow, us not saying anything is probably the best thing for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I love. So
That's
let
a
me just
hot take right there.
go. I love Falcon and the Winter Soldier. There were things that I did not care for in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But if somebody just rolled up on me at random on the street and said Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I would go, freaking masterpiece, man. Freaking masterpiece. Maybe I'm killing that with this podcast. But overall, back to Loki. So yeah, Loki is my favorite of the three that we've gotten so far.
All right. I have so many questions, but to your point, Loki, but I'm gonna text you later because I have questions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know exactly what Devon meant. I understood the code. I decoded it. No, I know exactly what type of person he's talking about that would run up on him and start talking shit about Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's the same person that we as a community in 2018 agreed that even if Black Panther came out and was
yes.
trash,
Right.
was garbage, which
Right.
it wasn't, thankfully. But if it was garbage, right, we as a community just agreed that we would just perpetuate a fiction because they're not going to get a win.
Exactly.
Understood. Got it. Man, you know what? That's now getting me thinking about a lot of things that fall into that category, but that's another show.
That's definitely another show.
Definitely another show of things that we protect for the culture.
You gotta wait.
Yeah.
Keep it for the pay-per-view.
Keep for pay-per-view. Exactly. Yes.
Don't give it away on free TV now.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
When we get back to our, when we start leaning back towards that, because we spend a lot of time there with the Super Serum episode and so forth. When we decide to go back to that, that's definitely something we can chop up. But Chris, what are your initial thoughts on Loki?
It is the best Hanna-Barbera episode of a thing that I've seen in a very long time. And what I mean about it's the decor is old and future and retro all at once. It's as close as you're probably going to get to a live action Jetsons thing, which is a good thing ultimately because and Devon will stab me the next time he sees me after he hears what I'm about to say. I do not like the Jetsons at all. Jetsons kind of sucks, but the visuals really cool. But that's not my favorite thing about the show. Favorite thing isn't even all the supporting characters. Not even Casey, who didn't know who Fish was. Not even none of that. Not even Tom Hiddleston. None of that. They changed the show to Owen Wilson and Friends. He stole every scene that he was in.
True.
And I would like a buddy cop picture of him and what's Raymond Park's character from WandaVision?
Yeah.
I want them comparing notes about their cases. I would like that very much. But yeah, I think it's right now. I feel like I'm going to like it the most out of the 3 Disney Plus shows that we've gotten so far. However, I must break from Devon, my compatriot, and say that I still thought that the first episode of WandaVision is the best one so far, because I just loved how so many people harped on the whole it's like a retro sitcom thing, and I'm like, yo, everything is unnerving as hell. Why is nobody talking more about that? I think they balanced that very well in that first episode. It's like, this shit is not right. Everything is wrong here. And ultimately, I feel like they could have gone even weirder with it. But I understand why they probably couldn't, because, it's Disney. We got to put these people on lunchboxes, so I get that to a certain extent. But no, I loved Loki. Loved the first episode. Loved everything about it. Yeah, I don't really have much more to talk about, just because there's only so much that came out in the first episode. But yeah, fucking thumbs up, 10 out of 10. Here for it. Let's go.
I'm in the same space. I actually got up at the drop for the East Coast to watch it. 3:02, man, I was up. Now, mind you, as I say that,
mind you, I'm a crackhead, and what crackheads do.
I wish it was that. What I am is a dude who's 49, and if I can get through the night without having to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, that's a win. Right? I'm winning. And my body was like, hey, man, it's either going to be here or it's going to be in the bathroom. And so I got up, went, took care of that, came back, and I was like, oh, man, it's 3 a.m. Loki's coming on.
M to the I to the.
We have crossed a line here. I don't. You wanna pause it? You wanna pause it right now, Omar? We can do like an ad read. Multivitamins, motherfucker. What the hell?
So
for depends.
I was up to watch Loki. Now, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It
was good.
I'm curious to see how the what are they called? The TVA, the Time Variance Authority.
Time Variance Authority.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how that's going to play out for this, for future threads. Of course, we talked about Tom Hiddleston. He's amazing. I thought the casting, from what we've seen so far, now mind you, there's still a ton that we need to see, but right now, the casting I think is fantastic.
It is.
Yeah. I'm gonna butcher her name, but
I know what you're about to say.
Yeah, Hunter B15. I know she's on y'all correct me if I'm off. Is it Lovecraft Country that I think she's on? I know I've seen her on something. Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing, man.
I don't generally watch TV, so
the Owen Wilson as Mobius, fantastic.
Mm.
It felt like, to your point, it's like a ramp up. Like each show gets better, as they do it. I agree with you, man, on your take about WandaVision, in terms of comparison of how the shows stack up and rank against one another. I thought WandaVision, I was initially like, I wonder what they're going to do with this. And they gave you enough clues to kind of let you know that something's up. Something's a little bit different. And then with each episode, it got a little bit better. And I think people just had to they're so used to getting all of it at once because it was theatrical. And so this is the first time, like, Marvel's now training us again to sit, just to have long, 6 hours essentially of show. Same thing with Falcon and Winter Soldier. And, just waiting for that payoff and people wanting it immediately and saying, well, I don't have to wait, for it because we're so used to seeing these characters on the larger screen. Loki had the unique advantage of kind of beginning with something that is very familiar, which is, they start out with Endgame, and this is something that we remember from that. And then it picks up immediately where that leaves off. And that, for some reason, helped me accept it because it was familiar. Whereas WandaVision was a variation or a deviation, I should say, of, okay, I'm used to seeing them in one capacity, and now we're seeing them in a completely different capacity. So it's going to take a minute for my mind just to work that out of this is familiar, but it's not that, and it's different. And we're not as patient, but because we love these characters, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to sit here for it. Loki hooks you from the word go. And in ways that the other ones, it took a little bit more, time for the engine to rev up. So there were no, I looked up, man. And like, I think the show's about 45 minutes, the first episode or so. I blinked, man, and it was over. And so it's I started thinking about just the way that Marvel trains us as consumers. Think about how often you sat at the end of a flick through the whole list of credits, waiting for mid-credit. There was no such thing as a mid-credit scene and an end-credit scene, that I'm aware of before. Well, I'll put it this way: if it was there, it wasn't popularized until Marvel really sort of did it, and they trained us to the point where I will sit in non-Marvel movies. If DC come out with a movie, I'm like, well, they might have something. Let me sit here. Let me wait. With this, have you all found yourself waiting through the credits to see if there's anything at the end of an episode?
I did. I was looking for an end credit scene, and there was nothing. But maybe they're trying to train us out of that because they don't seem to be doing it as much as they were before, especially with the shows. Maybe they're just trying to say, hey, maybe the shows are just their own thing. Plus, usually there's like 8 episodes, 6-8 episodes. You can't drop an end credit scene for everything.
True.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe they're trying to retrain our brains or something.
Just found it interesting. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Chris.
Tell you, the whole end credit sequence thing, for me at least, wasn't that big of a deal. Especially when they started doing it like in like Iron Man and stuff like that, because I think from an early age, I was personally trained to like, hey, there might be some shit at the end of this. Yeah, let's wait around. I'm gonna tell you the first movie that did that in my life. I don't know if this was the first movie ever to have an after credits deal. So don't any, fucking historians come at me in the comments. You shut up. But the Masters of the Universe movie.
Ooh.
Wait, what?
Ooh.
Yeah, man. Because fucking Skeletor gets knocked into like a big vat of like red goo or whatever the fuck, right? Why is there like a smelting pit in Castle Grayskull? Who knows? He falls in that shit, and then like credits roll, right? At the end, he like his head pops back up, like, I'll be back, and just no, you won't, but okay. go off, though.
How about I did not know that until this moment? I now have to go watch that film. But just YouTube it or something. I need to see that. I need that Frank. What's it? Frank Langella? I think is his name.
Yeah.
Is the actor. I need that moment
What you do is you go to YouTube. You do the super cut of Frank Langella's scenes in that movie. Also, actually, for real though, Master of the Universe, the whole movie is free on YouTube right now, legally. You can just go to it and scrub to the end.
Free is the right price for it.
Yes.
Free is the right price. Do not pay. Do not pay.
No.
And I'm the loudest Frank Langella Skeletor guy you know. And I will tell you not to pay for that film. Not do that. But do seek out his scenes because he is the best on-screen movie villain like ever. And we ain't talking, we're talking like fantastical comic book type stuff, hypothetical jackass that's listening to this is like, well, Marlon Brando, shut up. Fucking, but Max Cady, shut up. He's talking about famous movie villains, and this motherfucker's like, Cape Fear, shut up. So anyway, Loki. See, it's because we're talking about Loki, so we're talking about villains, so it's right. All full circle.
It's there. I'm with you, man. I'm riding with you. I'm riding with you.
So you know what I most liked about Loki? It was Tom Hiddleston, and the writing was really spot on, but he sold the writing. Like there's a point where after he realizes some things about his existence, he just gets really somber and really quiet. And he says, I don't like being evil. And it was just
Right.
like, whoa, like you're not enjoying this. Like you don't like, it was kind of like a big deal for me, like watching this scene, because it's like you don't like having people hate you, but you don't know any other way. Like you're just so trapped in this cycle of, oh, I got to do this, I got to be mischievous. And when Mobius basically goes, well, you're the god of mischief, but none of the things you do are mischievous.
Mm.
It's
They're
kind
just
of
mean.
mean. It was like, oh, yeah, okay. Like, I look forward to hopefully this thing giving us a Loki that isn't so much like a sort of cardboard villain that just, and he never really truly was, but someone with actual motivations other than just like taking down his brother, you know? That's what I'm really hoping for with Loki.
Chris, what are your thoughts on that? I've got some.
I agree with Vaughn. For the most part, Loki in the movies has been portrayed as like a Starscream. You know, like his driving
Yeah.
motivations
Perfect metaphor.
are self gratification, self financial gain, all that stuff. Like he selfish. And yeah, I like the idea of getting a character who is more nuanced than that, I guess. I mean, it's not that Tom Hiddleston didn't inject nuance into the previous outings as the character, but oh sweet, hang on. So outside of the podcast, I just got a good text message about uh, uh what do you call it? Order or bet? No, not a bet. The auction thing, like eBay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
You
a
won?
like a. I'm about to. I'm talking to the guy right now. He's like,
Nice.
"Hey, what do you want with the thing?" It's about a transformer. I'm getting a knockoff Megatron, but
This is fascinating.
I feel like that's the mid credit.
So that we can do this more.
Yes.
Shut up, Devon. I hate you. I'm in acquisitions. Oh, like antiques and furniture and things. Nah, man, Transformers. He turns into a gun. So yeah, I am looking forward to Loki that is able to not be any one thing only. I am. Ironically enough, this Loki has a second chance because Loki as a villain has literally already died. Like we have already killed that guy. So be better, be different. Give me more Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson.
I couldn't agree more. So many thoughts on this, man, and I want to be careful not to spoil anything for anybody who hasn't seen it. But Devon, to your point, that particular scene hit different, when he realized, and Hiddleston it's just another layer of his brilliance. To you all's point, the best villains that we've seen come out of the MCU are the ones that are the most nuanced. And kind of have those. Obviously, the easy answer on that is Killmonger. Where
Killmonger and Vulture.
Yes,
where you just kind of go, you kind of got a point.
Yeah, I can't be mad at that. Yeah,
All right.
With Hiddleston, and Loki, it's like we've seen him come. We've seen his arc. To your point, we've seen where he comes in, and where they were sort of trying to figure him out, and where they went from there, who he was when the Russos really kind of developed him, how he was in the Thor films, when we get to Ragnarok, and that version, sort of the Thor's buddy, and that whole thing. And so what I think we've seen here is this is a Loki that because I was wondering how they were going to do it. It's like, all right, you've got an entire series based on a character that is a villain, so you're already breaking sort of those rules of writing because your antagonist is your main character. So that's always a challenge, and you both know this as writers. It's like, how do you break the rules of the Matrix, on this without it being something that we've seen a million times? How do you do this without it becoming Xena Warrior Princess, where, you're the tortured hero that had a past, and now you're doing this thing to redeem yourself? It's a thing we've seen, and it's a trope we've seen. But the way that they handled this, they gave it a twist. And I don't know if it's so much, maybe it's a combination of the writing and Hiddleston's performance, as well as, just having Owen Wilson to play off of. But that combination just works for me, and to your point, I was already hooked, from, again, and it's that first episode of, it being different than WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier. I was hooked, but now I'm excited. I'm thinking about our episode where we were talking about the MCU, and we were all kind of in that it's got to fall off because it peaked. And if this is a sign of things to come around the nuance and where they're taking these characters, because now you've got a decade's worth plus of content and expectations, and you've got to change it, but you can't ruin it. And this, to me, would be the blueprint of how you do that. You take something that we know and present it in a way that is evolved, that has 3 dimensions. He's now not just 2D. He's now, wow. And they didn't go, and mind you, we're only talking about one episode. So, it remains to be seen, but I have confidence that they're not going to just make him good. And now suddenly he's good. And I go back to the one comparison I can think of is when Dwayne Johnson was like, it can't just be, and now it's Sing Along with the Rock. Now I'm a baby face. They developed it and they made it a thing, and that we know that it's fiction, but they make us believe. And that's the best kind of fiction to me.
Mm.
Yeah, he's not gonna be all the way good. Instead, I think Mobius already clued you in onto what he could be. Mischievous.
Mm.
He's Bugs Bunny. Loki should just be
Perfect.
Bugs Bunny.
Yeah. But also in the scene where Mobius is in the cathedral and he's looking at the dead body, and the Time Variance Authority cops are there, and they see the young boy, and he asks the boy who did it, and he points to this picture of the devil. And it was like, no, that's not Mephisto. That's Loki. That's who Loki can be if he allows himself to go there. And I like the fact that they're exploring this idea that, we've gotten a-hole Loki, but we can get a much worse Loki. And that's kind of scary to me. Like one who probably doesn't get his neck snapped by Thanos, but a Loki who is more apt to snap a neck, as apt to snap a neck as Thanos is.
Yeah, man, I'm here for it. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it's just a damn good show. And like I was saying before, there were scenes in there where I was just like looking at the scenery. Scenery was just so gorgeous. Like it's just modern sort of 1950s, 60s, sort of jet age, like design. And I just kept looking at everything. And there was a scene in there where Mobius and Loki are taking a walk, and he shows him basically the world within the time variances. And there's all this like sort of like copper, sepia toned machinery and rockets and ships that are just flying everywhere. And it just looks so Kirby to me. And I remember looking at that scene and just going, man, I wish Jack could have seen what he created, what he inspired. And if the show ended on that one episode, I would be absolutely good with it.
It was a beautiful scene. I'm rethinking it. It's funny you said something else, man, that triggered a thought of it's a subtle thing, the tones and the colors and but inside the TVA looks like it could be all time, any time that it pulled.
Exactly.
And I didn't even really think about that until you just said that. And it's like, well, of course it would be. It's like hiding in plain sight. And that's the brilliance of this show. I think that this will have strong rewatchability. This feels like something that, now I'm probably going to go and watch it again and see what I missed, because there seems to be a whole lot there that they just they put in that you just didn't catch. A lot of Easter eggs. And I don't mean the type of Easter eggs like, oh, that's from the comics. I mean, wow, they made choices with colors and tones and different things being present to represent time because it's the time variance authority.
Right.
Even the idea of time, things taking forever, that whole entrance scene where he's in line and it feels like the MVA, or rather, I'm sorry, the DMV. Yeah. That's DC.
Depends on where you are.
Where you are, right. The DMV, and he take a ticket. There's two of us. Take a ticket. It's the overshadow, the overhang of time being a thing. It's almost like time itself is a character.
Yeah.
And it's just brilliantly done. So kudos to the writer's room over on Loki.
Absolutely.
All right. Any other thoughts from you fine gentlemen?
I think for right now, well, actually, you know what? Devon, I must say that I got less Kirby from the decor than I did Walt Simonson. Like that, it's a Walt Simonson thing all over that, and I love that they kept Mobius's Mark Greenwald mustache. Like, it's great because that's apparently what they designed him to look like. In the books was
right. So just so people who don't know, Mobius is designed after a very important Marvel editor by the name of Mark Grunwald, who wrote Captain America and Quasar and was very, very influential in 80s, 90s Marvel, basically creation. So he passed away, and Walt Simonson actually created him as a continuity cop within Marvel Comics as a tribute to his friend and former editor, Mark Grunwald. So that's another little Easter egg in there.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's real cool.
That's very cool, man. Yeah.
Also, I think we need to, you know what? I think, Omar, when you actually do get this episode all bundled up, you should put a spoiler tag at the front end. Because, man, the Infinity Stones just
mean nothing.
Mean nothing. And at first, I was like kind of pissed. I was like, wow. So just 10 years is just, this is bull. I did the whole fan out, whole thing. I was like, but then I thought about it, I chilled out, and it's wonderful. It's showing how high above everything else the TVA is, and it's just like, can y'all just stop? Can y'all stop? I throw these to my dog.
To be honest with you, man, that could be an entire segment. Just that alone, the value that was put on those things for 10 years and to go on. I just think, particularly for Loki, for him to be like, wait, y'all, he's like, y'all already got the Infinity. He said, yeah, we get these all the time. It's just crazy to me, that I think my man said, yeah, some people use them as paperweights, which is yet another all-time thing. The fact that paper is still, that you would have enough papers that you would require a paper weight at a time where most people don't own a printer because you don't really need to.
Right.
So it's a just very interesting. So many subtle messages that speak to it. Like it takes his whole motivation for the Avengers, and it just like, nope, this is not who everything you thought you were doesn't matter. It's brilliant, man. It's brilliant. But Chris, I see what you're talking about as well, of how we could take that as fans and go, wait a minute, what? I invested 10 years of my life into this.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything. That's not my Marvel. It's still real to me, damn it.
Oh man. Do you all have any thoughts as to where it could potentially be going?
No, and I don't care.
Okay.
Like, I'm being really honest. I don't care. Like, I am enjoying it. I tried to coin a phrase, Feigeitis, where you are trying to connect things that don't necessarily need connecting, and you miss out on a whole lot in trying to connect the things that aren't there. If anything, if you can thank WandaVision and Captain America and the Winter Soldier, if you can thank them for anything, it's kind of letting go, just being able to let go and just say, all right, I'm just going to watch this. Just going to watch this, because also I think that this is not the last, but for a good little while, this is going to be the last Marvel show we're going to get for a good while. Because I know they announced What If.
Yeah.
But I don't think it has a date just yet. So that makes me lock into just wanting to enjoy it even more.
Yeah, I feel you. I think with the world opening back up, they're going to start training us to go to the movies more than watch the shows. So if the shows aren't as available, plus I think they're going to pivot, because Star Wars will come back to the forefront here in a bit, as those shows start to rev up. So yeah, I hear you on that, man. And I think you make a great point in that. Just enjoy it for what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And I will throw the spoiler piece. Matter of fact, man, y'all want to just do that now? I can edit it in. Chris, why don't you do it? Why don't you say spoilers? Damn it.
Yeah, just be like, yeah, look, you know what you're getting into.
Shut up, I'm about to do it.
Do it then.
Okay.
Go on and do it. Would be satisfied, whatever it is.
Oh shit. Okay. So.
Maybe
I swear to God.
It's the mic. Devon sound real good, don't he?
It's man, right? You give a motherfucker a good mic, and now it's David Ruffin, and these are the Temptations. Just shut up over there. You got to leave all this shit in. Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is gold. This is all going in. Yes.
This is all
going in. Yes.
So the episode that you're about to listen to contains spoilers for Loki episode 1, but you knew that already, because if you're tuning into a podcast talking about Loki episode 1, chances are your nerd ass already saw it. Enjoy the show.
That was perfect.
Every once in a while, I get a good one. Get a good.
That was strong. That was strong kung fu.
Strong copy.
We'll call him One Take Scott.
I like that. One take Scott.
I'm.
You're gonna embrace that, aren't you?
I know. For different reasons than I will reveal on the podcast.
Okay, let me stop for me and stop.
2 takes, baby. If it's 3, I'm gonna die.